Big up all, this is Jarvis. 1-1 against Burnley. Well, not the best result. From a tactical point of view, I would say the game was okay. It was open-ended, but we didn't rush it too much. We played with more control. Wasn't completely chaos. I think we are trying to do something different, and it seems that Ten Hag is actually adjusting his tactics. His in-game management was less predictable. He kept Anthony on the pitch. He subbed Mainu and Højlund. Brought on Ahmad. I think both Ahmad and Anthony had a good game. From a tactical point of view, I liked what I saw building up from the back. We had Eriksen dropping down and Maguire going wide and high, and we lofted the ball to Maguire, and he carried the ball into the midfield. So it was actually a good tactic. I like to see something different, and it was. So again, I'm not way too critical on Ten Hag this game. It's just one of those. So at the end of the day, 1-1, not good enough. We should have won the game, but well, the season is over anyway. So I'm just glad to see that we are trying something different. So big up everybody, people. Hit the like, subscribe, and big up to MUFC Realist TV.
That was Jarvis, and by the way, this is Mick now coming in live. Jarvis could not be with us, but he chose to send in a video regarding his emotions. Welcome to MUFC Realist TV. As what Jarvis deluded, Manchester United won, Burnley won, and it was an open-ended game. Agree to disagree with Jarvis, and also criticizing the VR decisions as well. I mean, we were comfortably trying, huffing and puffing, and if Burnley could have learned to finish the dinner, we could have been equally lost this game as well, to be honest. But on this channel, we're going to talk about the tactics. We're going to talk about, the overall performance, the team selection, Anthony, what a goal, what a play he was today. But in general, 1-1 is not good enough. And what Jarvis said here, you can kiss the top 5 goodbye with this performance at Old Trafford. It is not against the Liverpool that I'm worried about. It's the lesser teams. To be turned over almost against Burnley with 1-1, it's not good enough. I totally agree, and I want to hear from you what you got to say. To be honest and frank, my internet went down in the first half. I didn't get online until it was 35 minutes, and I was fuming. But I guess I didn't miss much in the first half, to be honest. I saw Onana's brilliant save. I mean, that must be the save of the year. What a reflexes. But at the end of the day, the team selection was not towards my expectations. Okay, Eriksen, fine. We need a little bit of a chance creator, playing from the deep. And we had chances, but we could not finish our dinner either. We were wasteful. How many chances did we have? Garnacho. Oh my God. Right? We just couldn't finish our chances. And it's frustrating. And when you get one of these games and you go into halftime, you just know that there's a 1-0 coming. Somebody's going to score, because at the end of the day, in the second half, it was like a basketball game, right? Open-ended. You attack, we attack, you attack, we attack. At the end of the day, the bubble burst with a brilliant run of Anthony. And the way he took it and the way he slotted it into the right corner was beautiful. I thought, great, hold on to this lead, right? Hold on to this lead. But this has been the common denominator with United. We cannot hold on to our lead. The penalty decision from the VAR was a little bit dodgy. I could not really understand. Was it Casemiro, or was it the late outcoming from Onana? I didn't really get heads and toes. And why was it a penalty? And then on the other hand, when they scored the pen 1-1, and on the other hand, when we went forward and it was a clear and obvious shot and handball within the 6-yard box in Burnley, and referee just waved it off. I mean, if you look at the replay, of course, you can say arm was in a natural position, but in any given Sunday or any given match, they will look at it and they will give a VAR penalty. For me, there was a stone cold handball penalty. Of course, his arm was not really tucked into his body. His arm was flapping a little bit out here, and they stopped the ball, the trajectory, to either go into the net or go into the next for a tap in. I'm dying to hear your opinions. Was it a pen or was it not a pen? Was Burnley's goal a pen or not a pen? But it ain't freaking matter because it's 1-1 here. I'm fuming. I'm absolutely gutted, right? Cool. All right. So you tried to do something different tonight. Fantastic. I see that. I applaud that. But why would you bring in the Mason Mount in, like, when it's 8 minutes left and Amrabat and stuff like that, right? Why? Why? And again, you start Kobe Mainoo and then sub him off. It doesn't really make sense, right? When you're playing a low block like Burnley and they are fighting for relegation, hit them on the first half. Go for the kill switch. Do a tap out, We didn't look like we could, right? We're not clinical enough either. And to sub up our main striker and to keep Anthony and Garnacho on, fine, fair enough. For Scott McTominay, for Amad Diallo, a little bit too late, So for me, your in-game management needs to 100% approve. Scott McTominay seems to be gone out injured at the end of the day. That was a substitution. It's that twisted knee. But I'm absolutely gutted if I look at the statistics. Statistics don't kind of lie. Like, I know some people don't really like statistics, like in terms of ball possession. They were leading us. They was bossing us in ball possession at Old Trafford. They had 51%. United had 49. Okay, in terms of shot on goal, total shots, United had 23 shots. That is equal shots that Rashford had in Belfast. And they had 15, right? Shots on goal, though, 7. And they had 6. So we won that battle, right? Oh, my God. I'm so tired of this season. I cannot lie. You don't even feel like you're numb. You're happy. You just want this season to end. You really want this season to end. I really want this season to end. But instead of me going ranting, I want to go to the community chat and see what you guys are saying. I haven't even checked. Let me see what you guys are saying. Good afternoon. Sanjay is here. Yeah, I guess it was a preloaded. Can't even beat Burnley, what you are saying, Neil. We can't even beat Burnley. I mean, this shit is fuming 100%. One thing if you pour shit down the toilet, it goes downhill. Really? Was it a good performance? Tactically? Kitchen sink. But at the end of the day, bloody Liverpool drew as well, right? Against West Ham. But what is a draw? A draw feels like at Old Trafford feels like a loss to me anyway. We should have won this game. Neil Driscoll is coming in to say even more fuming. This team shit can't even beat Burnley. I'm fuming even then. I agree. Frustrating is the word here on a Saturday, especially when it's a weekend. Okay, if it's a Sunday, guys, you can wake up on the Monday, go to work, but this is in the middle of the weekend. This is Saturday, so you still have to wake up and feel shit tomorrow. Too many near moments. Too many nearly moments. I mean, we've seen the script before. Like, football, right? When you have these hallelujah moments, almost moments, that we're not going to win this game. When you can't bury the ball into the net in the first half or second half, when you have to go to the 17th minute or something, 75th minute to get your first goal against Burnley, then that Vincent Kompany has done a good job. Not good enough according to what you, Kent, are saying. I agree with you. We did not make most chances. There was the funniest game I ever seen. It was laughable in a way. Kenneth, what you saying? Disappointing and frustrating performance. I'm come to the point now. What we have 4 games left, right? 4 games left. I just need a holiday right now. I mean, honest to God, this has been a yo-yo season with everything that's been going on. I don't want to even mention injuries and all that stuff. I've just had enough of everything and Ten Hag in, Ten Hag out, and all that stuff, right? Just finish the season, go into FA Cup final with a fit squad, play your best 11, and hopefully salvage the season by giving us an FA Cup trophy. That would make me happy. And that's my standards, though. My standard is not what we're seeing right now, but I cannot acknowledge that we see next season might be something different. But again, the proof will be in the pudding, right? And it doesn't really help that Ten Hag did a pre-match conference interview today where he say, "I don't expect us to challenge next season." And that got a lot of fan base kind of like, "What the hell? Like, why won't you challenge the next season?" Well, I thought about it. Well, hang on a second. Well, we are actually in a rebuild, and we're going to rejuvenate the squad. We're going to try to sort of ship out the deadwood out here. Like, we know who we're talking about. And there's no chance we're going to win the season. I mean, if we finish in top 4, that's great for next season and a trajectory. And then season after, probably go for the title. That's probably what he meant. But, he's Dutch, so he doesn't really speak perfectly English. So I think that was kind of what he meant. Lillis, this kill is killing me. You're not watching them anymore. I feel you, man. Eva Bosic, what you saying? The most critical. Ten Hag is in. I need more comedy like this in my life. Put on some good comedy movie today and forget about it. I think, Evoy. Number 1, Milf Hunter, what you saying here? Mark is more truly deluded than Ty from AFTV. Yeah. He's a positive one. Like he always sees the positive, like the shallow Hall. You know what I mean? With Jack, he's the Jack Black, and he can only concede anything if obvious per him. United concede no fouls yet. Every single tackle should be a foul against us. Yeah. Listen, I am totally alone. Nobody's available. Jarvis recorded a video. He's out with his daughter. She's practicing for Norwegian National Day. Like, it's Saturday. It's midday. Bilal Yogi, what you told you yesterday. Bilal, where are you? I need your help here. I know, Bilal. You have the link. Come in and have your say, but you can't either. So anyway, it's just Uncle Mick here by myself. And perhaps we will get somebody to come in and have a say as well. Yeah, you told me 100% you did. It's bloody Burnley. But I keep saying also, like, why is it so that against the lesser teams, the bottom of the league, we bottle it? Why? Is it your mentality as a players that you are so arrogant and thinking we are better than them, and therefore, I mean, if you are better than them, just show it on the pitch. Go 20 minutes, just go for the choke and make them tap out, like, yeah. But at the end, you look at the lineup, and it didn't really change from the midweek against Sheffield. It was the same lineup, right? A lot of me personally, I got disappointed because I expected Ahmad to start. We did a pre-match yesterday. I said, like, Ahmad needs to start. We need Mason Mount, if he's fit, to start. What happened? Beats me. They come in the second half, but too late to apologize, according to that song. Evo, what you saying here? Keep this up. We may miss out on Conference League. I don't want to be in Conference League, Evo. I don't want to be in Conference League. Me personally, I'd rather win the FA Cup and through that way qualify from Europa League. But the way it's looking right now, we missed the golden opportunity. Spurs is playing tomorrow. We could have caught Spurs at Old Trafford. At Old Trafford. You're playing the bottom of the team at Old Trafford and you play a 1-1. Shame on you, team. I'm sorry. No, I'm upset, man. It really got to me. Onana's save was amazing. Had 4 good saves. 100% he did have 4 good saves. But please, somebody tell me in the VAR. I couldn't make heads and tails of Burnley's penalty, the VAR decision. What the hell was that all about? Was it a clear and obvious? We are so unlucky, right? We could have gone away with 1-0 lead. But yet again, the VAR has to be like, in the 87th minute. and then we go for the kill switch, trying to get a few chances. We could have always scored. Like, we could have been the greatest comeback with 2-1. There was moments, there was opportunities. But why wake up when it's a couple of minutes left? There was 6 added on minutes. It beats me. I watched it on Twitter. What a shit show. Yeah, unfortunately, my stream was playing up here, so I watched it on my mobile. I managed to catch it on my mobile at the end of the day, thanks to the beautiful community here as well. Kenneth Hogarth's soft penalty, but this was a modern day football. You know what? I want to tell you something. Big up for the Swedish association. They decided to scrap VAR in general, total. Clubs voted in the Swedish Premier League. They said, we don't want VAR. We don't want it. And it's going to be scrapped. Big up. So if you look at statistics, why we used VAR, because we wanted to sort of avoid injustice decisions. But since VAR came in, it's been more injustice decisions. And if you look at the percentile, the way the refs used to get it before VAR was about 97% correct referee decisions. With VAR, it's only approved 1%. With all this technology, we're still going to argue about the clear and obvious. What is the clear and obvious? Right? Referee blows. It doesn't even call it a penalty. VAR checks. It's a pen. And that is pissing me off. Right? Either you scrap VAR or get laser sharp, fit, bloody referees that can run up and down. Even include maybe 2 referees, like one on each side. They don't have to run. There's a lot of things they could do. Or including fucking bots to run up and down. Or what they're going to do next season is to include semi-automatic offside rules. But that is for offsides. What about the pens? Handballs. Handballs has been the most controversial discussed. And it's disgusting to discuss this, because one day this handball that was not given against United today is given in another game. There is no consistency. And this is what pisses me off. If I had a choice, I would scrap VAR totally, or totally revamp, or just use it in limited situations, right? Let the referees do what referees used to do. Be referees. Why are we now all of a sudden trusting technology? At the end of the day, it's human error as well that's judging the technology. People that's sitting in the back screen watching those screens. We don't even hear them talk. We don't even know if they have an agenda against certain teams. But certainly, 87-minute at Old Trafford. Oh, wow, we're going to play up a drama. United is leading 1-0. Oh, I'm going to give a penalty here. It's United. It kind of feels like that, peeps. Sorry for going on a rant. 100%. It was a pen, according to Danny B. He completely flattened Burnley player. That was Onana, but he was going for the ball. And I think it's in retrospective, Onana got away with it in one incident before when he did something similar. And I think that VAR referees remember this incident. He done it again, and this time he's not going to get away with it. So if it was Onana, yeah, let me know, because my stream kind of froze in that moment as well. I only saw when they did the penalty, and I was like, oh my God. Onana is not a clown. No, it's not a clown, man. He has fantastic saves today. I don't agree with you, Jamie. But that was kind of... Onana, in a way, is not good at commanding the box, coming and claiming the shots. That's not his game. We've seen it so many times before. But I'm not going to point the fingers on Onana. But, I'm not going to be nice here either. I'm not going to be that. Burnley pen was maybe the clearest pen in all season. Was it? I didn't see it that well. But I'm talking about the pen we should have got. Yes, he should have been arrested for assault. I get your point. You're at home. It's unacceptable. Yeah. I mean, I'm just thinking about, listen, all the match-going fans, people that travel from US, from South Africa, from Far East for this game, expecting, well, this is going to be a goal fest. This is Burnley, bottom of the team. Surprise, mother yuckers. Guess what? It's against the bottom teams that we are struggling. Always. It's not the first time. Burnley. John Johnson, big up, mate. What are you saying? The Casemiro header put us in bad spots. Onana compounded it. Yeah, that was it. That was it. Hmm. But what is a goalkeeper supposed to do? A goalkeeper is going for the ball, right? You cannot just change his flight trajectory all of a sudden. Like he's not, he doesn't have rocket jets on him. Like he's going for it already. You know what I mean? He's flying in the air, going for the ball. Anyway, it's a pen. It's a pen. We didn't deserve the point. I can see it. We have the home of golf. The entire team is awful. Mate, I'd rather go out and play like an 18 holes right now just to calm my nerves down. Yeah, awful. This whole season has been awful, but we are not here to talk about the awfulness. Was there anything positive, guys, that you saw in this game? Like Jarvis said, you saw that, he's tweaked a little bit of a tactics, we're a little bit more composed. But I thought, no, Jarvis, I think we left the midfield a little bit more open again. It was a little bit of a gun-ho NBA basketball, right? There was no control in the midfield again, leaving them acres of space. Like if that was a City playing us, they would have punished us with 7-0, 100%. So we cannot play like this in the FA Cup final. Should we blame it on players? Should we blame it on the manager? I don't think it was the manager's fault, but I'm angry with his lineup selection 100%. I'm angry the way you could have changed the game earlier. You see what's working. I'm happy about Anthony, because he's been criticized, but today he had a fantastic game, to be honest. It was a different Anthony, the way he scored the goal as well. He was hungry. Garnacho, wasteful. Got to give him some critique. Garnacho could have buried the ball many, many times. He didn't. So it's not really working for Garnacho at the moment. And why did you sub off Hoyland? I mean, you had Ethan Wheatley on the bench. You could have just dropped in Ethan Wheatley, a young, hungry striker who's dying to score, and he would have scored probably. If buts and maybes, Jarvis Cocker, bro, I started with your video that you sent me, brother. Thank you. This is our level, according to Jarvis. Why so shocked? ? Performance against Coventry, Sheffield United, and Burnley isn't lying. True. But the question here, Jarvis, is what I'm always asking. Why against Coventry, the Sheffields, the Fulhams, the Burnleys, that we are losing? Why? I mean, I can't get my head around it. Is it because we think that we are Manchester United, the boys in red, and they are, who are they? Burnley? What, the squad is worth about, what, 1 million on the pitch? And our squad, if you put them together, is about 900 million. Come on. We should be flattened them. We should. There's no excuse. Especially against Coventry, Sheffield, and Burnley. But guess what? We helped Vincent Kompany now in the relegation battle. But I got to also laugh about Liverpool, that is totally completed, gone out of the title race. So now it's between City and Arsenal. And I don't know who I should put my eggs on in the basket, because Arsenal fans are the worst fans ever. If they win the league, they will never shut up about it. If City wins the league, you won't even hear about it. It's quiet. But argue to say that Arsenal haven't won a league for over 20 years, so they deserve it. And I don't want the cheating bastards to get another 4p. If you know what I mean. Jesus Christ. What a day. Yeah, we don't play for the team. We play individuals. It was like this. It was waiting for a spark, a moment for somebody to step up and do something special. It was kind of that game. You know what I mean? It's like we had chances. It didn't go in. And we were just looking for who's going to save us, right? Who? Until Anthony stepped up and he was the hero, the way he kind of ripped off from his defender and just almost falling down and just managed to slot it in with his left foot into the right corner. It was a beautiful goal. So big up Anthony. He became the individual here that saved us with 1 point. Yeah, we should have scored from get ball in box then. Head in, 100% lucky. I agree. Well, What are you saying here, Evo? What annoyed me was Ahmad being disrespected again, not being given a start. Yeah, I am 100% fuming about that one too, right? Every Tom, Dick, and Harry in the fan base sees it. But to be fair, Evo, to be fair, Anthony had a good game. He did. 100% did. But Mason Mount, we bought the number 7. We gave him the number 7. We paid 65 million for him. He's fit. Maybe not fit enough to start on the bench, but still bobbles me why you didn't start him, or why didn't you give him minutes earlier? Could change the game, right? You needed somebody to step in there with a little bit more energy to control that midfield. Give Bruno a little bit more opportunity to roam behind the striker, play as a false 9, because at the end of the day, we played a low block, right? Right. I mean, their goalkeeper, the Bosnian goalkeeper, he's been having some clangers lately. Burnley's been conceding a lot of goals lately as well. And this is what I don't get at Old Trafford, our home. You're supposed to steamroll them with 4-0 here. Ain't gonna happen. So praise yourself, because next game we're going away to Crystal Palace, who are in form. We cannot play like this. We can. Right? What do we expect from here? What do you guys expect from here? 6th? Is that the level? Maximum? I mean, if we get 5th, I mean, come on, right? I certainly don't want to play in Conference League. No bloody way. Let's see. Big up to Walamba Piri. Good idea. Rather finished 8, what you're saying, Jamie Wayne. I don't know. Will we finish 8? Shabazz, what you saying here, my friend? There's pence, 3 pence, 100%. Kenneth Hogarth, what you saying as well, my friend? We will be lucky to get Europa Conference League at this rate. The FA Cup is the only salvation. Man, I just said that as well. 100%. 100%. Stephen, big up Stephen Wafer. Why does anyone get excited when United score? Because even 2 minutes left, United play can't still draw, lose. What they did with Burnley. That's why you don't get excited when United score. Yeah, true. Man, I was watching Steve Housen the other day as well, like, last time we played. And I have similar match reactions. I don't feel excitement, even if we score. Like, it's become so, I don't know. It's like that. I become numb. You know what I mean? Like that song with Linkin Park. I become so numb. I can feel, I just don't feel joy, anger, or excitement. I'm exhausted. Like most of you are as well. It's exhausting season. And when result is not going your way, you just want to pull a blanket over your head and say, please let it stop right now. Let us just finish this season. We're entering May, 4 games left to play and the FA Cup. How many of you are looking forward for this break? I put my hand up here. Let me know in the chat. How many are you looking forward for this break? DK Wilson, big up, mate. No handball call when every defender knows they must keep their arms tucked behind them. But somehow, no call. Exactly. Go check out that handball. Like, okay, if you're playing like, you should play with your hand like this behind, like the idiot, or at least next to your hip. But when you actually have it like, oh, hang on, let me just do a full screen here. When you actually have it like a little bit like that, you see what I mean? It's a couple of like 20, 30 centimeters away, actually stopping the ball trajectory, either can go in the ball or actually going for a tap in, then is a disruption of a goal. And that, for me, I agree what you're saying here, DK, as well. There should have been a penalty. Check, but no. Anyway, it is what it is, peeps. It is what it peeps. People don't know what VR until they cry about the first bad referee call, then they see reply. Okay, listen, when we do get VR favoring us, then everyone is happy, right? But when it goes against us, we all moan and bitch about it. I don't like VR. I think it's spoiling the game, right? Cool if you have it for offside rules, like, but it's ridiculous how they go on the millimeter, on the toenail, right? I played the game, when it was clear and obvious offside. It was. But the thing is, he's stopping the game so much. And when you think about all these muscle injuries, I blame it on the Premier League and the FA and Champions League for all of a sudden adding on those extra minutes. You don't even know where they're coming from. All of a sudden, you can play 9 extra minutes. And it's often in those extra time when injuries happens as well. Fatigue sets in. Do you feel me? So everything needs to be overseen. This is football, right? And players are not robots, but they're professional. They get paid for it, 100%. Hey, yalla. Prig Racer, what are you saying here, my friend? Well, we'll probably get pumped by Arsenal. Whew. They play good football. Mate, I cannot lie. Arsenal plays really good football. And I think they deserve to win the league, although they are rivals. But the way they're playing football, it's candy to my eyes. I like that style, right? And if you look at it, they haven't won a title for 20 years, then I don't know. They probably will celebrate more than ever. Like, you will notice that they won a league, and Terry Flewis will be happy on the football terrace, arguably because he's been rooting for Arsenal for quite a while on this channel, although he's a Manchester United supporter. Love you, Terry, by the way. Just going to give you bants as well. So you must be happy there as well. Somebody was saying that Onana's been the player of the season. Listen, guys, Compost Smurf, Evo Bossage, Stephen Wafer, what are you saying here? Jolly Maximus yourself. Sorry, I read the wrong comment here. You don't get clear and obvious means. Yeah, it doesn't mean analyze the situation or forensic levels to finding somebody micro. The referee have the missed with an inhuman eye. It has to be obvious. Yes, but this is what they are getting wrong. What is the clear and what is the obvious? And they will always argue about that point, Evo. You understand what I mean, right? If the ref somehow missed it, and the VR comes in and checks it and say, yeah, you missed it, right? Let it go. Let it go. The way it used to be, right? But if somehow the ref did a mistake and the VR corrects it, then it's more justice than injustice, isn't it? So it's a little bit of a double-edged sword here, my friend, isn't it? What you guys are saying here. Big up for everyone that's tuning in. Maltese Devil is here as well. Big up all the way from Malta, I guess. Classic Ten Hag shit show. All week work on plan to dominate a relegation team at home. Garbage tactics. No plan B. No plan A, for that matter. Just case of turn up and see what happens. Dude, what to say? I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking at. Oh my days! I don't know. Like I was listening to Flying Pig United, and he was screaming his lungs out, and I mean, welcome to the therapy session. I don't know what to say anymore, my friend. I don't know. You missed the hair. Yeah, you saw the clip that went viral. He's training by himself, just to keep fit, and nobody had signed him. I feel sorry. He's a world-class goalkeeper, although he's not been so good at distribution on his feet, which everyone wants a modern goalkeeper to play up from the back. But it's, football is a funny thing, right? Now everyone wants to play with one forward, right? But I bet you within a couple of years, everyone's going to play a 4-4-2, the traditional way again, with 2 strikers on top. So you want the goalkeeper to be the extra center back or the CDM to play high up on the pitch and, doing passes. But what is the goalkeeper supposed to do? To stop the bloody ball to go into the net. Now, David De Gea was one of the best shot stoppers in the world. His reflexes was phenomenal. Right? How many saves did he pull out? Unbelievable. But he did some clangers as well, of course, and he wasn't so good on his feet. But still, Would you take him back as your number 2? I certainly would, right? I would do that. But David De Gea deserves a good club. And why has nobody picked him up? I don't know. It's baffling, right? I never wanted him in the first place. I never called for his. I was like, what? Goalkeeper is the last that we need to replace. And, David De Gea this season could have saved us as well. And maybe we should have gone for Andrew Onana next season, where the clear and obvious style of play of we're going to play out from the back and high intensity is more in place, because this season it didn't work. I mean, we are obviously recruited in Onana to play out from the back and have centre backs that can play out from the back, and Leach has been injured, so you can't do that anymore. All of a sudden he's bypassing the midfield and just chonging it up, hoof balls up to the Hoyland or whoever, and there's no first balls and no second balls either. So obviously it's not working. True, Onana's fault. Not Onana's fault. How about his defender's teammate keeping opposition from being his face? Yeah, 100%. Look, I'm not going to blame Casemiro here. Like, Casemiro is substitution. He's the substitute centre-back. We only have one fit centre-back. So listen, at the end of the day, he's not a centre-back, right? But it's a collective thing, isn't it? Bro, what are you saying here? Ten Hag's fault for not scoring with so many chances in the first half. Well, is it? Was it Ten Hag that was on the field trying to score, or was it the player? His fault for another lack of concentration on defense after scoring, yeah? Ten Hag's fault for not giving the obvious arm ball. Got it. Here's where it's get interesting, Even if you're Ten Hag in, Ten Hag out, I don't care what you are, right? I'm a Manchester United fan, right? But it's never manager's fault if the players crumble on the field, right? You can scream and shout, you can be the drill sergeant, but at the end of the day, there's 11 players out there. It's not only you, right? It's that leader on the pitch. They should have leaders on the pitch to push your teammates forward as well. But if you don't have that, of course, you're going to capitulate. Is it the low self-esteem? But I don't see that. Like, when we still consider the pen, we're still trying to win the game. That was okay, right? Okay, but we didn't. Hoping for a miracle. Anyway, it is what it is, guys. It's 1-1. It's on the scoreboard. That's what it is. Are we going to say that Bruno was not on the best player on the field? I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't really tell you who was the best man on the field. I can't. And I don't know if I should do the player ratings or not. But since I'm totally alone here in the studio, why not, guys? I don't like to do the player ratings, but let's go. Especially when we have a bad day. Guys, go into mufc.realist.tv. I'm sorry, mufcrealist.tv. The link is pinned in the chat, the Q&A. And to be honest to God, this is the first time that I do a match reaction by myself. I usually have a panel, but nobody's available. All right. Okay, I'm going to go quickly into the player ratings and then want to get out of here to take my dog out for a walk, eat some pizza, and just forget about it. Calling a spade, guys. I want to hear from you. Get involved in the chat, please. Help me out here. Let us do this together. What would you give Andrew Onana as a score? Start typing in the chat right now and keep your votes on the website as well, please. I thought Onana was good. Okay, he had 5 good saves, 7 according to what Mark is saying. I can see you, Mark, you're saying 7. Was it a fault for the penalty? Yes and no. It was collective Casemiro. He came flying. He couldn't change his trajectory, and that's about it. Get involved, people. Mark is saying 7. That is the only one I can see here in the chat. Mate, at the end of the day, 6.5, 7. I kind of go in between. I will go with the 6.5. I can't. All right, I go 6. 6.3. So we were equal there, 100%. Diego Dalot, as per usual, Diego Dalot always put in a shift. There's so much development left in Diego, 100%. I don't know what to give him. I think average 6 should be okay. As I see you, Stefan Wafer, Anana for the low 6 was Danny B saying as well. I can hear you. Grudging 6, yes. Okay, okay. So I pull a 6 on a low as well, depending on. Yeah, we are very close, like Simon's twins here. Big up, boys. 5.8 is your total score. Harry Maguire. Oh, Harry Maguire, the only available centre back. Again, stellar performance, Harry Maguire. He's not bitching and moaning and going to the press to say this is abuse. He's actually shown that, he will prove it on the pitch. I'd say that Harry Maguire deserves a 7 today. Either 6.5 or 7. Maguire 6 is what Kenneth Hogarth is saying. I don't know anyone deserves a better than the 6 today. Maguire playing injured, yes. 7. Certified Dogs is saying 8. Top Dog 6. It's got to be something about 6.5. All right, it's got to be something like, I'm guessing what you guys are saying. So I pull a 7 on there. So yes, almost 6.5, 7. That is almost equally to a 7, guys. So big up to all of you. Casemiro, again, legs are gone, but did well to deputize in the center back position. You cannot continue to play Casemiro in the center back. Seriously, no, okay. The pen in the 87th minute was equally Casemiro's fault it was Onana's fault. Okay, so Case, sorry buddy, 6 for me, Case, man. 5 for you. I can see you, Kenneth Hogarth. 5. What you saying here? 5. Yep. 4 even. You go 4. 7. Oh, Mark, you're always so positive and nice. 7 for Case. Lillis. Listen, I'm reading the room. 6. So I am actually going to put anything. I put a 6 here, guys. Studump. Today's score is 6. And that was it. We were equal there. Wan-Bissaka. I love you, man. Despite the legs. But apparently you're going to be sold in the summer. Apparently we're going to get in a Jeremy Frimpong. Oh, we need a Frimpong. We need somebody that can attack. Somebody can put crosses in the box. Wan-Bissaka, you've been approved. I love you, man. And you put in cutback passes as well. But I don't know, man. I think they're going to sell you to Italy or back to Crystal Palace. 1B5. 5. Yeah. Okay. Saddens me to say 5. 5 was the score. Kobe Mainster, again, being protected, being taken off. It beats me why we're not playing him for full 90 minutes. Is he carrying a knock or is it just shielding him? I applaud if we do because, you don't want to burn him out. But in a game like this, to take him off, you're losing the quality. Kobe is not been the Kobe one we saw before the England and after England kind of thing. I think he's kind of peaked off a bit. And Cobster, I believe it's a 6, guys. Mano, John Johnson. Yeah, you guys are getting 5.5. John Johnson saying 6. Certified Top Dog is saying 6 as well. Mano is a 3. Oh, that's harsh, Lilies. That's harsh. But reality hurts. I'm going to pull a 6 anyway. 6.5. Yeah, it could have been a 6 or 7. Christian Eriksen, the writing is on the wall. 1 year left on his contract. The club is willing to let him go for free. That tells you that they don't rate him. I think they're only playing him for the value at the moment. Legs are gone. Technical ability is still there. And I called it out in the beginning of the season to say, Christian Eriksen's so sad to see because for me, he's becoming another Juan Mata with technical abilities with no legs. And that was the same with Juan Mata. Juan Mata was the same. Didn't make sense to play Eriksen today at all. In a way, you can understand, yes, guys, you can understand why. In a way, you can understand why, because Ten Hag wanted to play he knew that, they're going to play park the bus and what is the recipe? You got to sort of have a ball player to sort of find passes, find runners, play it wide. It didn't just pay off today. It didn't. So I'm sorry to say It hurts me. I want to put 5. 5 is average. Okay, 4. 5.3. I was wrong. You guys was right. Bruno Fernandes playing with broken bones. Don't complain. There was some passes that didn't come off from Bruno today. Killer passes. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But Bruno is still being massively improved. He's on form. 6.7, 6.7. I can't really make up my mind. Bruno 7. What you saying? Yeah, still he had a captain's performance, but still, like, when the chips are down, 9. What you saying here? Certified dog. Bruno 7. Yes, I read the room. Bruno was 8. What you were saying? He was on fire for a bit. Yeah, 100%. You know what? I will go with the safe 7. 7.8. I was wrong. You guys were right. Bruno was 8. So was Bruno your man of the match then? So get your man of the match in as well. Give me some suggestions, to be honest. Alejandro. Alejandro. Don't call my name. Don't call my name. Gonna. Love you, bro. But your shooting boots is not on. You're missing. This is not Ghana that we know. So many chances, so many missed chances. Always keep running, always there. I don't want to give him less than a 6 today, but still, you got to find the back of the net, man. You got to find the back. Yeah, a lot of you guys are saying 6. Michael Zakaria saying 5 for Nacho. So listen, certified top dog saying 6. Ken Hogarth saying 6. Oh, well, damn it, I pulled a 6 for Nacho. So, yeah, there we go. 5.6. That's what it is, a 5.6. Right then. Better do this since I'm totally alone. Okay, Anthony. I think it was criticized. But Anthony today, wow. I was impressed. Really. Maybe, what are you saying? He scored a beautiful 1-0 goal. He fought for it, almost going down. And in the instance when he was kind of falling over, he managed to slip it in with the left foot. What a control. Anthony 6.5, 7.5. I can see what Danny's saying. Anthony 7. Anthony 7. Oh, it's a 7. But I bet you if I put... No, he wasn't good in the first half, but he was much better in the second half. I agree. But if you look, football is a game of 2 halves. So with your assistance here, Kenny Fan TV, Anthony was literally our best player today. Well, he put a shift in, both defensively and going forward. He could have scored. I mean, there was even a cutback, like, the combination corner. It was a beautiful combination practice, and he could have cut that in. So he was lethal today. Anthony was the best player besides Bruno. That's what I'm saying too. 7.5. Listen, I got 8. 7.3. Close. It's like bloody playing bingo here, guys. Lucky we didn't recruit on a slot. Hoyland. Feel sorry for Hoyland. Feel sorry. Not his best game today. A lot of wasted chances. Predominantly, the wingers had most of the chances. Hoyland 6, I would say. He's still young. There's still time for Hoyland, and this is his embedding season. Hoyland, I want to give him a 5 because of his work ethic, because he's there contributing. So I will give him a 6. I can see you guys are going 5. Some of you going 4, but I still go on 6. I'm gonna be gentle. See, 5.8. It's equally to 6, isn't it? Scott McTominay looks like he is injured now. You know how Scott McTominay was sidelined for a twisted knee? Well, it looked like it was the same, right? Substitution. He's a substitution, but it looked like he twisted his knee again. I mean, he's a substitute. Come on, man. Come on. 5, 6. 5.5, I give him a 6. Yeah, you guys give him a 4.8. I got done. I'm in the mud. Amad Diallo, fuming. I want to see more of Amad Diallo, but, Ten Hag is taking the piss, right? Of course, you're going to play your 96 million pound player over a 30 million pound player. It's just calculated. Ahmad 6, I would say 6 or 5 even. You didn't have much time to come in and make an impact, right? What's the point coming in like 10 minutes left of the game, right? You hardly get any warm. 6. Yeah, I see Certified Dog is saying 6. Michael Zakaria saying 6. Ahmad 4. Certified Michael Zakaria said 4, 100%. Listen, I'm going to go a little bit in between here. 5. I can't. I got to put 6 because I don't want to be mean to him. So 5. Yes, I was wrong. Sophie Amrabat, what's the point, guys? What is the bloody point that we recruited in Sophie Amrabat? Dude, today I did the match preview yesterday. You guys remember this. You saw the show. And we said, okay, Sofian Amrabat is fit. Okay. Well, put him in the number 6 role and play Kobe Maino and play Bruno Fernandes. Try that for a change. Or put Kobe Maino, rest him on the bench, put Amrabat in as his number 6, Mason Mount to the left as number 8, and Bruno as number 10. But no, we got the same shit midfield again. So what is Kobe Maino supposed to do in this midfield? An 18, 19-year-old? Honesty? To play to somebody that has lost his legs? And to play with Bruno that hasn't got any discipline? That is a chance creator that plays behind the striker? So, that is your answer for your midfield. You basically just have one midfielder. Right? Okay, Ericsson, according to my opinion, great technical, can find passes, but when it comes to running, when it comes to winning balls in the midfield, dog shite. Absolutely dog shite. I'm sorry. That's the reason why you call it a Danish dynamite or Danish croissant or whatever. It's hole in the middle. So Amrabat, make up your mind, club. It looks like he's going to be going. We haven't seen much of Amrabat. He hasn't been used. When we had left back crisis, we used him as a left back. What was the bloody point? Waste of space. 5. I rated him, and I still do, but I haven't seen enough of him. And it feels sad because you haven't seen enough of him in Manchester United shirt. You haven't. So how can we judge him? By just giving him some minutes here and there. Bullshit. Same with Mason Mount. Can't rate you, man. I can't rate you this season because I haven't seen enough of you. You've been injured 4 months. You come back, you're injured. You come back, you're injured. Making TikToks video how you dance. Man, we paid 75 million or 65 million. You're wearing the iconic number 7 shirt. I'm sure next season will be a different Mason Mount. But this season and this game, man, this is what I'm fuming. If you're fit, you should have started. Mount's 5.3. Now, guys, the moment you all been waiting for, and this is no agendas. Ten Hag in, Ten Hag out, whatever. What would you rate Ten Hag at the moment? I'm waiting for you. Drop your comments. Drop your comments in the chat. I'm waiting. I can't say lower than a 5. I can't. And I can't give him a 10 either. So it's got to be somewhere in between, right? Tactically, what Jarvis was saying in the beginning, he tried something different. But then second half was more go gun-ho, right? There was no midfield. 6, I think, is a fair call for Ten Hag. And 6 is where I give him because actually she could get an extra brownie point for giving the media the big one in the press conference. 6. But I'm sure that also give him a minus point for saying that we are not going to challenge next season. That didn't sit down well with me as a United fan. Baldy 2, I'm not going to call names. I know you guys hate him. I know Mark is delusional and love him. So there's love and hate. Mark is giving 8. Some people call him 0. I said, for me personally, not in between 5 and 7. So for me, I'm going to go with 6. Drum roll. Let's see what happens. 5.8. Fair and square, isn't it? That is bloody fair and square. 5.8. Anyway, beautiful people, it is what it is. Win, lose, draw. We have no show. Apparently, he's going to come back. Very unusual to do a whole reaction show for myself, but I would just love to thank each and everyone for the support, for being with me in the chat. And I'm not really thinking clear at the moment because I'm a sore loser, and 1-1 at Old Trafford feels like a loss, but actually it's not a loss, right? It's feels more like a dross. But we just couldn't finish the dinner, and that's the recipe today, right? We made a meal out of it. We had the right ingredients, arguably. We made a meal, but we couldn't finish eating it. That's what it is. So I gotta love you and leave you, and we shall see you to the next video. And you know what? Mental health is so important. Like, it's a game of football. Whatever you do now, just chill, relax, take a glass of wine. If you don't drink alcohol, do something else. Watch a comedy movie. Really, just get your mind out of this football. It's really, really good. Because if I'm going to watch this in replay again and watch this referee in VR, I'm going to boil my piss to tomorrow. I'm not going to do that. So my advice to you, stay away from football. And by the way, I think later on, we will watch some football as well. I think who's playing later on? I'm going to watch this. It's going to be a big game later on. I forgot who is playing. Is it Spurs playing later on? I think it's Spurs, guys. I think. Wait a minute. I just got to check this. We're playing freaking Crystal Palace next, ain't we? Yes. Well, no. Today, yes. Aston Villa, Chelsea. Chelsea Villa. That's going to be from a neutral perspective, it's going to be a good game, right? Because I know Chelsea's going to get better, and Villa plays good football. Yeah, so I'm going to watch that game. So hopefully we get see some good football. And tomorrow is Spurs versus Arsenal. That is the big one, right? And by the way, we could actually spoil the Gooners title race if they rock up to Old Trafford and we put a spanner in the wheel. That could be a title decider. Anyway, ciao, Italia. Everyone, thank you for tuning in. Beautiful people, thank you for being my support, and hopefully I've been having my say. Thanks for participating in the voting. And we forgot to do the man of the match. Bloody hell. Guys, we forgot to do the man of the match. I just want to get out of it. So who was the man of the match then? Blah, 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 blah. Bruno, or what was it? Yeah, let's give it to Bruno and let's get out of here. Right. Okay, I give it to Bruno. I submit, but at the end of the day, what's going to be? I shameless for me. I almost walked away from the man of the match. So I gave it to man of the match, and I will do the refresh. I voted for Bruno. I put a star on Bruno. So let's see. Yes, there we go. On 16% equally, he won. Bruno Fernandes won the man of the match. So man of the match, according to you guys, we can have many man of the match. 1-1. Anyway, take it easy, people, and don't let this bite your mental health. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Smash the like button, as it will help my mental health and sanity as well. That's all, folks. It's been Mick Ruby here by myself for the first time doing a full match review. Let me know in the comment section, how did I do? Thank you. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching MUFC Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.